Kaya, my name is Judith and I live in Boorloo, Western Australia. We are currently at the end of Mookaroo season and we are heading into Gilba season, and I am going to take you on a garden tour of my veggie patch. I love being out in the garden, I love being in nature, I love growing vegetables and eating my harvest, and it's one way that I connect to country. It's been really good over the last few years, learning what grows, what doesn't grow, becoming more aware of the environment and how the seasons are changing. Subtle changes, big changes, and there are many ways that we can connect to country, and this is one of the ways that I'm going to share with you through my YouTube channel. So without further ado, let's see what's happening in the patch at the end of Mookaroo, going into Gilba, and I'm really excited for the months ahead and the new things that will be growing in the veggie patch. In front of me I have a cauliflower. This cauliflower is supposed to be one that has a head in the centre and then little arms around it, so we'll see what happens. I planted it quite late though. I also have these amazing big, these are elephant garlic. You can see that in my veggie patch at the moment there is lots of grass growing up. This is because I put hay down during the warmer months. It doesn't actually seed in the warmer months, just because we have a lot of water and rain over winter. But it's really simple just to come through and dig it all out, and then I actually just leave it there because it still provides a mulch. These little metal things are actually serving things that you find in the shop, but they're to keep my cats out, or to try. I don't achieve that very successfully. Inside these little rings I have some onions growing, and as they are babies they are very vulnerable to being dug up by the cats, so that's why I've got these little cages around them. But as you can see, I just come through and pull this grass. It's kind of like surface weed. It's very just sitting on the top and comes out very quickly and easily. Some more brassicas, some more of the beautiful garlic, elephant garlic. I've got a white grape variety here, and I have a red grape variety here, and I'm really hoping that they will take off this year and grow over the top of the trellis. More brassicas and lots of beetroot. I love my beetroot. Mum loves the beetroot too, so I'm always growing beetroot for her, and I can my beetroot and pickle it as well. On the other side here we've got little baby cauliflower coming up, lots of rainbow chard, little calendula, some more beetroot. I interplant a lot of the beetroot at the bottom of a lot of things. Sometimes it works, really depends on the cats and the dogs and whether they get in there or not. This looks like it might be another cauliflower. Lots more rainbow chard, little baby broccoli, more beetroot and more rainbow chard. The rainbow chard really has been a little bit of a sacrificial plant. In here in particular it has been eaten mainly by the slugs, but it has allowed other things to grow. I don't actually mind sharing with the slugs. I will eat that even though it's got a couple of holes on it. I don't have a problem with that. Obviously the younger stuff tastes nicer, but I'm getting a lot of use out of the leaves and stir fries at the moment. Directly in front of this, it looks like a bit of a hot mess here, but it is actually asparagus. So this asparagus was originally in pots a few weeks ago, and I've just taken it out of the pots. I've cut it right back, taken it out of the pots and planted it, and you can see all these little tiny new asparagus popping up, which is pretty amazing because I only did it 2 weeks ago. Now again, I have actually churned up a lot of that surface hay, surface weed that was growing in there, and that's just sitting on top. Over here we have some cabbages and some broccoli. I have a beautiful little apple tree in the centre. Most of this broccoli I have harvested already, but there are these little ones that are popping up on the sides, obviously going to flower here. So I'm just going to let them go and see what happens. I have been taking the really good leaves that look beautiful, and I have been dehydrating them and making them into a green powder. Some more bits of broccoli here that I've just let go. I've harvested the big one in the middle, and we'll just see what happens to those other little guys and whether they get bigger or not. There's another baby broccoli in the centre there. I will harvest a lot of those beautiful leaves to make the powder with. This one here, he's lost his head. This one here has still got its head. Another one here that's lost its head. And another bubby one there that is still growing. And just that might be a cabbage down there. More calendula. I really want to plant lots of calendula. I'm not sure what this is, whether it is a Hass or whether it is a mango. I've got another one, and one's a Hass avocado and one is a mango, but I lost the ticket, so I don't know. It's not looking too great. It's its first winter, so we'll see what happens, and whether it pops back up again or whether maybe I need to replant it. There's another little tiny friend here. This one here is an almond tree in the big tub. It's doing really well. It's got lots of little buds that are coming back up. I probably need to get it into the ground. It's just finding the best place for it. These maize tubs I actually got from the side of the road and the rubbish collection. They are filled with rainwater from this winter, so I'm really excited about that. Some more calendula. We've got lots of onions, different types of onions, red onions, brown onions, and some shallots growing in here. And also a couple of little brassicas that have been planted late. These originally all got dug up by the cats, and I had to replant them, so they're not in the neatest rows as they once were, but I'm really happy that they're still actually growing. Some thyme. Here I have some more brassicas that were planted later, and I'm really trying to get a handle on my succession planting. Got lots of baby spinach, some more mature spinach, some bok choy. The bok choy, another little friend here, the bok choy does get attacked a lot, as you can see. These are covered, and even though they're covered, the little friends still get in. But again, I don't mind sharing so much, so I won't wait for them to get too much bigger. I have just been pulling them out at this size and eating the whole thing, just taking off the real dreggy bits at the bottom. These are actually my covers, so these have been fantastic. They're very cheap from the reject shop, I think, and just place them over the top with some stakes in the corners. They help keep the animals out, and I think they do help to reduce the bug and slug, but of course they still do get in, or the caterpillars definitely get in. I've got some borage here. I'm quite excited about that. I would love to preserve some of these little flowers. I have been harvesting the leaves of the borage, and I have been drying them out to make tea with them. It's supposed to be very good for colds and chesty kind of ailments. I think this is lemon balm. We've got some peppermint at the back there, more spinach happening here, some garlics, and I think that might be perpetual spinach, some more borage at the back. This was, I thought it was dead grass, but it is some sort of onion popping up there. That's definitely dead grass that can come out with the weed. Leave it back in there. Parsley, onions, a little brassica in there, lemon verbena and lemon balm. This is the beautiful passion fruit vine covering up the ugly fence. Wouldn't mind getting another one because they are ferocious growers and they provide a lot of fruit. We've got some more mint, purple cabbage, some more onions, some basil. This mint's popping up beautifully now. A lettuce that needs to be eaten. This is a pineapple guava that was planted last summer. This has provided a lot of flowers. Even if I could just get some of the flowers and put them in ice for summer, would be really, really pretty in a drink. but very good plant medicinally, the borage. I've actually harvested a lot of the leaves off here because, as you can see, there's lots of eggs on there and it was getting attacked. So I have taken a lot of leaves off that and dehydrated them. Some more calendula, society garlic. Got some lavender in the back there. This is my purple garlic patch. So the fence thing isn't anything to do with spacing or anything, you know, amazing like that. It's purely to keep the cats out, particularly when the garlic was smaller. They would still get in here now and go to the toilet and dig them all up if they could. But this has been a godsend putting this trellis over. A couple of weeks ago, I planted some raspberry cane along the side here. This raspberry cane is from last year, but I've put some new ones along the fence and I'm hoping that'll just grow up and cover the fence. We've got some sweet potato, little orange citrus there. I am going to plant just alongside this orange tree further up another mandarin tree, and just where Bandit is there and then going along I'm going to plant a couple of guavas there because apparently they like to look like a bit of a hedge, so I thought I might hedge them up along the trellis there. Just want to try and get them into the ground so they can actually grow better than in the pots. So lots and lots and lots of eaten sweet potato, but that's okay because the potato is underneath and there's still some that you could harvest if you needed to. This is a finger lime. I've chopped this right back. It was it's very prickly. I didn't have any fruit last season, so hopefully this season we'll get some fruit. Here we have a plum. I haven't had any fruit off it yet. It is still doing really well, and I'm thinking about trying to get this into the ground. Lots and lots of aloe vera. Aloe vera has been a godsend in my home over the years. It's just multiplied, and we've had quite a few burns and sunburns and, you know, splashes of oil from the pans, and it's been a real godsend in treating burns in our house. Here we have a beautiful pomegranate. It's looking pretty good. We actually got quite a lot of fruit off this last year, maybe 8 to 10 pieces of pomegranate fruit. It was really, really exciting, and it's coming back nice and healthy and bushy. Again, I wouldn't mind getting in the ground. Some more sweet potato. Now, this slabbed area is normally what we use for the, oh gosh, what's happened here? This little guy has come loose. Now, this is the one that I was telling you about. I'm not sure if he's the avocado or if he is the mango. One was a mango and one was an avocado. If you guys know, let me know below. Now, this area is just like a slabbed area where we have the little fire pit, but I'm thinking of putting the trees in the ground in each corner. So here we have a Royal Gala. Got some yellow leaves. He might need a bit of a feed of something. But we got about, I don't know, 8 apples of this last season, and they were the best apples that I've ever eaten. So I'm really excited to get more apples from this little guy. And I want to get him in the ground so he can get a bit bigger and we can get more apples. This is a, oh my goodness, not elderberry, an elderflower. And you can eat or use the flowers for drinks, cocktails. I've seen one guy actually fry them in light oil, put them in a batter. So he needs to stay in the pot because apparently these guys have lots of saplings and they will pop up everywhere if you leave them unchecked. So he's going to stay in the pot. But I got quite a few flowers off this guy last year, so that's really, really good. I forgot also, down the side, I have my compost. I love my compost bin. I've had this for years, and it's quite low at the moment because I've had a worm farm. So I've just recently got my worm farm. Very excited about this. I would actually like to get another one. And oh, actually this is from last week's food. I actually gave them quite a lot, so I won't be giving them any food today. So because I have been feeding the worms with all of the veggie scraps, the compost bin has gone without. But I do need to trim back a lot of the under branches or the under leaves of the stuff that's here. Obviously that's one way that the caterpillars do get up, is from anything that is on the ground. But to be honest with you, in the next couple of weeks most of that will be harvested anyway, so I'm going to focus more on planting my seeds ready for Jilba season and Cumberung season. Well, I think that's kind of it. Oh, sorry, this is what I wanted to show you. I've got a little cherry guava here. It's a more beautiful calendula. I really want to try and get lots of calendula in. So obviously it's a great pollinator, but you can eat calendula and you can use the flowers to make balm for your lips and all sorts of different medicinal things. So I'd love to get into that. I have a little friend here on the banana plant. This space here, I also would like to plant these trees in the ground here, or even have like a row of bananas across here, because they will obviously spread. I've got some chamomile in there hiding from the cats. This is a moringa plant starting to flower, which is great. One little seed pod here. This will get really big, so that's something that needs to be kind of pat back, and I'll have to think carefully about where that grows. A bay leaf here, some more beautiful calendula, and it's really hard not to harvest the flowers. I haven't got any use for them right now, so I don't want to waste them, because obviously the bees and the pollinators need them too. And then just down here is one little blue guava banana. So the aim, I think, is to try and get a bit of a row of bananas happening here. On the other side of the trellis, get the guavas growing, and try and get some of those bigger plants, those bigger trees, into the back area where the fire pit is, and maybe just have like one in each corner. We have an issue with the cats in that we live next to a busy road. You can probably hear it, and along our unattractive fence my husband has concocted this. So this, if you've seen any of it in the clips, is to prevent the cats from getting up and over the fence itself. So I would love to plant trees along the fence line, but I can't, because the cats will climb up and get over. Okay, well, about it. I hope you enjoyed the garden tour. Lots more to do. I've got a lot of work to do actually. And yeah, Boorloo one.